Peut-être plus ça. Challenges.
Everybody.
Hello and welcome to Variant Edition's new releases show. My name is Danica.
My name is Brandon. We've got a stacky to go through. Not a wild week this week, but you know, I'm gonna take these weeks when we can because man, there was a stretch of time where we were like pushing 7:30 to like zip home, maybe eat something before the show.
Maybe.
And I don't miss those days.
No, I like leaving the store at a reasonable hour, getting home, eating dinner, watching a Taskmaster.
Yeah, Taskmaster's so fun.
Definitely not reading the comics before the show.
We usually read a few of them when we can because the Marvel and DC and basically everything that's not Diamond does come in a bit earlier.
Yeah, so we do have generally the weekend to do it.
Yeah.
Which is why Taskmaster Tuesdays.
Yeah. It's been a lot of fun. We're in series 11, their second pandemic era. And the energy is weird for those ones. But you don't have a live studio on it. It's there. It's all silly.
They're doing their best. Sean asks, did everything come in or did long weekend mess things up?
Well, everything came in. The only problem we had getting stuff was, as always, from Diamond, which was only delayed a few hours, and that's thanks to the wonderful Drop Point dude, Ricardo, who always goes above and beyond to get this area their stuff. Mm-hmm. He puts in the time and really gets things moving. And oftentimes Diamond will basically say like, oh, it should be ready, I don't know, some point in the afternoon, I guess. Ricardo's always phoning early, just being like, come on in. Stuff's ready, let's go.
Yep, let's do this.
So,
yeah,
just good at his job, I guess. Someone's got to be around Diamond.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but otherwise, we got ish more steaky.
More steak. All right. Did you want to get started, or was there anything, like different about this weekend that maybe people should expect if they're not if they are going to come in the store?
Oh yeah. So this week, on Thursday, Danica and I are grabbing a van, loading it up, and driving to Jasper to do a 2-day book fair there. Mm-hmm. As part of Jasper's Book Lovers Weekend that their library and arts community throws. So that is going to be cool.
Yes. So the wonderful Andrew will be taking charge for the weekend. Mm-hmm. Because during store hours, yes, we will not be back. We will be back Monday, but we're closed, so you won't see us.
Yeah.
So you've got tomorrow to ask us any time-sensitive questions.
Yeah, and like we'll probably be around-ish.
Yeah, we'll check
on Thursday.
Stuff. Yeah, we're gonna have to pack up the van, so we'll be around during the day. But I think we want to get on the road before get there before it gets dark.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, what?
So be nice to Foley.
Yes. Okay. So, yes, there is a Night Eaters update, and it is infuriating because it's Diamond.
So I send off a query to Diamond, and we get a response back that's just like, oh, so for some reason, that order was canceled. Now, they say that, but the order is still there.
Yeah,
20 copies that we could see.
That's the thing. When you're in the Diamond site, if an order is canceled, you don't see your order sitting there in the box. So if that had happened, we would have emailed them sooner and had this problem. We didn't, because we expected them to do, the one thing that they do their job. It didn't happen. So the nice tech person, I'm not really sure, customer service person, was like, I've put in a new order for the 20 copies. So we will be getting the book plates as well. And
not next week though.
Not next week though. Wow. I mean, so they're on the way. We promise. Oh, it's so frustrating. Please know that we are as frustrated as you are.
You would think that Diamond would not be able to screw up their exclusive product, something that only they carry.
Yeah, but they did. It's amazing. It's amazing how far above and beyond they go to shoot themselves in the foot. Yes.
Yeah, that's very upsetting. I'm very upset.
I mean, this is not the worst thing. I would not be mad at that as long as they don't charge us for both. Because, F them. But, yeah, we'll see.
We would basically send them back that thing and just be like, no, we ordered 20 copies. Get us 20 copies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So please know that if you're on the list, you will get a copy. It is a Diamond exclusive. It will come to you.
It will be signed.
Yeah.
It will be great. I'm waiting because that book was so good.
Yeah, I can't remember. Was it actually signed or were there book plates?
Book plates that are signed.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I thought. Yeah. So I think that's the only update. There was one single issue comic that was missing that you were shorted.
Yeah. Swan Songs.
Swan Songs number 4. So if you are subscribed to that, please know that that's not here this week. We have reported it, as much good as that does.
Yeah. Well, in this one, Universal kind of self-reported because they put it on our invoice, and then one of the other invoices was like, takes these backsies, here's a credit.
Okay, so it's Universal. Okay, no, then it'll actually get done.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully. They better. Otherwise, I'll be very cranky.
Yeah. Cool. Well, that's all the hubbub, the variant edition hubbub.
Yeah. After a pretty wild year, things are kind of settling down a little bit, which is nice.
Just as we go into Christmas.
Yeah. I do have a Christmas idea that sounds like we'll be able to pull off this year. That'll be pretty cool.
Yes. So hopefully we'll have something to announce once we've orchestrated that, got all the ducks in the row, and got the ducks to cross the T's and dot the I's.
Yeah. No gooses though.
No.
Gooses aren't allowed.
No.
I have reasons.
Not anymore. Ever again.
I still have the video on here.
That's awesome. Don't.
I'm not going to. I'll do it at the end.
Okay. All right. There's a weird treat for you at the end.
For those who aren't aware of it, yeah.
Now, do you want to get started?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Tell me about the Superior Spider-Man Returns.
So this book is replacing the regular adjectiveless Spider-Man title. It is Dan Slott at the helm as of the next issue coming out, basically, because this is a one-shot kind of putting things into place for the return of the Superior Spider-Mans. And this has a bevy of artists who worked on the original series, like Ryan Stegman, Giuseppe Camuncoli, Humberto Ramos, and it kind of picks up on that flavor. Now I'll say that folks were getting adjectiveless Spider-Man. I popped you over because this is kind of the through line of what Dan Slott's been doing, And yeah, it's a superior Spider-Man thing. I don't like telling you kind of more details of it. Kind of spoils everything because like how return, what do, all of these inside the bookie book.
Next up, we've got Knights, a new ongoing from Wyatt Kennedy, who wrote Bolero.
Yeah,
Really liked Bolero.
Bolero's great.
And newcomer Luigi Formisano. Supernatural creatures exist among the common folk, and America is comprised of just 31 states. It's 2003, and Vince Okonma, there we go, has lost his parents and moved in with his secret mercenary cousin and his video game making roommate, when he befriends the greatest vampire who's ever lived. And that's just the first 20 pages. Welcome to Florida.
They were talking about this book on this week's contest of challengers.
Oh yeah.
And they've read issues 2 and 3. I haven't had a chance to. But they say it just basically gets better and better. And those two are really hard to please. They're really critical about their books. And so this is kind of cool to see. Also, Wyatt Kennedy is really good at finding amazing artists and kind of has a bit of an off-kilter storytelling style. So this is going to be nice, cool, and weird.
Those are the best kind of books.
Exactly.
All right, we've got Space Usagi Yokai Hunter. This is a one-shot. Someone in the far future enjoys another classic adventure featuring the Rabbit Ronin. Yeah, it's a new story.
Yeah, and honestly, a lot of times for Usagi Yojimbo, all you need to know is Usagi Yojimbo because it's absolutely wonderful. It's been wonderful for like something like going on 40 years now.
Yeah, Rabbit Ronin.
Yeah.
That doesn't get you going, then.
Then get out.
It's not for you, kid. We've got Operation Sunshine. All right.
There's quite a few covers for this, and it's got amazing David Rubin art. Yeah, this artist here.
Alrighty. Okay. From the hosts of the last podcast on the left.
Interesting.
And Black Hammer's David Rubin. Near Dark meets Ocean's 11. Okay. A group of young alienated vampires known as bugs plot to steal a magical object from ancient monstrous vampires to turn themselves back to human. Along the way, they uncover a sprawling monster underground, a top-secret plot run by the Elder Creatures, elite militant vampire slayers, and madness beyond imagining, blocking their path to humanity. It's a big story.
Yup. I'm a huge fan of David Rubin, partly because he really does pick his projects.
He did Ether as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that looked cool.
Ether, Cosmic Detective is the most recent one that came out. And Grand Abyss Hotel, which came into our search. If you come into the store, we've got a little placard because there's a mystery afoot. A customer is asked about a specific book he doesn't know the title of, but can describe the book and kind of the flavor. So there's an artistic part to it, but basically like the book is black, square-ish, definitely not traditional sized, with red imagery and yellow title up at the top, and has somebody doing a jump through glass.
Oh, through glass. Oh, I didn't know that part.
I think there's glass. Yeah, definitely jumping for sure.
I think it's Grand Abyss. It's just, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely going to be something that we put forward. White in the art too, as Andrew says. So there's a mystery afoot. If you could help us out, I haven't still yet to send it to the Comics Beat Slack. I should do that.
Yeah, I think they would be handy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Do you want me to look it up?
We've got Wesley Dobbs, the Sandman, as part of DC's Golden Age initiative, where they're doing stories about a lot of their more Golden Age characters. This is the first one coming out from Robert Venditti and good old Canadian boy Riley Rossmo.
So this is not your Sandman. This is truly your grandpa's Sandman.
Yeah, it is.
Like how they always do the opposite with comics. This ain't your grandpa's Sandman. It is.
This is your grandpa's Sandman. And yeah, it is obviously a modern spin on the stories. The last time this character was really prominent, I would say, before somewhat recently. But Sandman Mystery Theater, which is basically like a Prohibition era crime series, that was really great. And this series does take place back in ye olden days, and not as when he returned from the dead during Night Terrors. He had a little adventure there. So yeah, you get your good classic. Or as the little description is here. Travel to the noir 1940s as a mysterious foe steals Wesley Dobbs' secret chemical journal, full of all the descriptive formulas he's discovered while developing his sleep gas. He makes everybody sleepy. That's why he's the Sandman. You doing okay?
No, the comics are making me sleepy.
They are. They really are.
I know. It's when I sit down and I read. Like I read out loud.
Yeah.
After this, I'll be fine, but it's how I can never be a professional audiobook reader, which is very sad.
Yeah.
I would be yawning so much because, like, see, it's like. Okay, I vamped it with that, but yeah, yeah, a little bit of vamp.
We've got Earth Divers number 11 here. Now this one is a new starting point for the series.
Mm-hmm.
You're all having trouble here, aren't you, phone? You're all having trouble with music.
It's tired too.
It's very sweepy.
Yeah, so the TLDR on Earth Divers, beyond the fact that it's awesome, is a team of time-traveling indigenous survivors have one goal: save the world from an American apocalypse by sending one of their own on a suicide trip to kill Christopher Columbus and course-correct world history. It's great.
Yeah.
So Volume 1 is out, and you should get it.
Now, we do have extras of this on shelf, and one of the reasons why is because IDW has also gotten behind this book.
Ah.
They've gotten behind a lot of their originals, which I'm very happy about. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
The music is just not working.
No. Do you want me to like restart it or something? Or oh no. Maybe it's just that song. There it goes. Oh no.
No, it keeps starting and stopping basically.
Oh, okay.
So what they've done recently is been making a lot of things returnable, and to push this, they came up with a little mini comic that pushed the first graphic novel, and this one they made this issue returnable so that if folks were interested, they could continue on with the story right away, and have really made sure that their line of original ideas is actually getting a fighting chance to really take off. And it's really cool. And it helps that Earth Divers is really good.
Yeah. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
The next couple are like all yours.
There was no real single issues for Danica's this week.
No. Well, in my file, I did get Hunt for the Skinwalker number 2.
Yeah, you did.
So I'm happy. But it's September 2, so we won't be talking about it.
Yeah.
But that's what's in my file these days. Ba-doop.
Speaking of cryptids, Capwolf is back.
Yay!
Capwolf and the Howling Commandos. I believe Stephanie Phillips and Carlos Mango doing this
I like
one.
Phillips. She's fun.
She's very fun.
She's weird.
This book is a lot of fun.
She
Because
does weird really well.
Exactly. Like, it's spooky and it's doing Werewolf Captain America again, because that's a thing that was like a big thing in comics for a hot second.
Yeah.
Was Captain America as a wolf.
Why not? He could join the Animal Avengers.
Oh, he'd be a good boy.
He's a very good boy.
We have Vikings. You're definitely not ready for this ride. Can a small group of survivors stop a massacre and save humanity? In a small Viking village, the locals are eagerly awaiting the return of their courageous warriors and their longboats. They're expecting all sorts of riches, jewels, and other treasures. But what comes back will spread death and destruction on an unimaginable scale. Who will live? Who will die? Several people in different quantities.
Gory ways.
Yeah.
So is that a one shot? It looks pretty big.
It is a book one of dos.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Cool.
What I do also like about Alien books is they have the title,
Yes.
but also a quick pitch from Valhalla to the Apocalypse. Behold the rise of the Vikings.
Oh, I like it. Can I look at it? Says undead hordes versus Nordic swords. And honestly, give this person some money. Whoever made that up. 'Cause that's amazing. Rhymes are fun.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care how old you are. Rhymes are fun.
Tasty.
So it looks like we've got a Daredevil facsimile. And I love this because it's, again, ... the Punisher. But honestly, if you don't have this exclamation mark here, it's so funny. Again, the Punisher?
The Punisher.
No, that's a question mark.
Again.
The Punisher.
The Punisher.
See, like, we're disappointed to hear him. But now we're excited.
It really does change the entire context of
It
it.
really does.
Again?
The Punisher. Like, this guy again.
Wow.
Wow. So while you're telling me about Batman, I'm going to find some fun, hopefully non-racist ads.
Or letters pages too.
I'm going to find the letters page, absolutely.
We have Christian Ward's Batman City of Madness, book 1. Oh, old school Mile High Comics. Yeah. This is outstanding. I did a quick zip through of this one before the show just to reacquaint myself because I read this a while back.
Okay, sorry.
Buried deep beneath Gotham City, there exists another Gotham. This Gotham below is a living nightmare, populated by twisted mirrors of our Gotham's denizens, fueled by the fear and hatred flowing down from above. For decades, the doorway between the cities has been sealed and heavily guarded by the Court of Owls. But now the door swings wide, and the other Gotham's version of the Dark Knight has escaped to trap and train a Robin of his own. But Batman must form an uneasy alliance with the court and its deadly allies to stop him and prevent Gotham from falling into madness. There's some wild imagery in here. Like, look at this thing.
Oh my God. Oh, Christian Ward got to have fun.
Yeah, and like it's a spoiler, but like the design of the Batman below is freaking wild.
Nice.
And yeah, it's truly gonna be an amazing series because the art on this is just incredible. There's also this Bill Sienkiewicz cover. And I know a lot of folks are going to be real excited about that.
So I've got an ad for real laser holograms.
Yeah.
From Laserworks. I've got the Bullpen Bulletin. Being editor-in-chief of Marvel Comics is like balancing a watermelon on your nose. It's hard to do. It can hurt a lot. And everyone thinks you're out of your mind for doing it. I love it.
The Batman series will be 3 issues. Sean.
Oh, this is nice. Actually, this is sweet. Whoa. Wow. Cord. What? Dear Frank, thank you for reminding me why a married 23-year-old man with 2 science degrees still has a love affair with the American comic book. Terrific stuff. Terry from Ottawa, Ontario.
Oh, that's very nice.
I know. I was just like, I know I like making fun of these people, but that was actually really sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Ooh, here's a good spicy one. Dear Mr. Miller, you make me sick. I've never ripped a comic in half before. Hopefully, I never will again. If I do, it won't be a Daredevil. Because starting now, I no longer collect Daredevil. Once upon a time, Daredevil was one of the best Marvel comics, but then you took over, and things changed. For a while, things were good, violent, but that could be overlooked, since the general content was good. But then you started playing up Elektra. Oh, he hates women, okay. And the situation became intolerable. Elektra has no right to be in the Marvel Universe, much less to be a virtual co-star. When I read the letters hailing Elektra as the, quote, greatest new character since blank, I get nauseous. She is a killer, nothing more. And you love the character. What a colossal waste of your talents. When people start selling murder as entertainment, something is wrong. Something is wrong with Daredevil. Thank you, John from Potomac. I hope you are doing great.
Yeah, and as we all know, Frank Miller went on to be an absolute disgrace. Not only of a Daredevil writer, but of many other projects.
What are you talking about? Frank Miller loves and respects women. Oh, God. No wonder
More than that dude, apparently.
Yeah, that guy hates women so much. He's so angry. Oof. Cool. All right. Yes, scathing. Scathing is absolutely the word I was thinking. It's so good.
Woof-de-roos, friends. Woof-de-roos.
Anyway, those moments in time are amazing. Tell me about Bill Watterson's new book.
So this thing is weird.
While you're talking, I'm just gonna do this.
But really good. In A Fable for Grown-Ups by cartoonist Bill Watterson, a long-ago kingdom is afflicted by unexplainable calamities. Hoping to end the torment, the king dispatches his knights to discover the source of the mysterious events. Years later, a single battered knight returns. For the book's illustrations, Watterson and caricaturist John Cashed worked together for several years in unusually close collaboration. Both artists abandoned their past ways of working, inventing images together that neither could anticipate. A mysterious process in its own right. So it's a beautiful little art book. Plus, it is essentially a modern day fable for grown-ups. I liked what it was basically saying about society and where we kind of like to place our ills, and what might actually be more of a problem. It's nice and just open enough that you can kind of apply a lot of your own thinking to it, which I think is really good, especially when you're doing like a fable for grown-ups.
I think grown-ups need more fables. I think we forget a lot of basic lessons.
There's a whole McSweeney's that was just new modern fables basically, and it's so good. It's really good.
Yep. No, that's why a lot of all ages I read, and I'm like, adults need this. Adults need to read this because, like, yes, it is absolutely one thing to read when you're growing up and you're learning about this stuff.
Yeah.
But it's another thing to read when you've forgotten, example X.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. All right. Looks like we have Mabuhay. Oh, Mabuhay. Hi. It's a Filipino expression that is often used as a greeting or to express well wishes.
Yeah.
That's nice. First generation Filipino siblings JJ and Althea struggle to belong at school. JJ wants to fit in with the crowd, while Althea wants to be accepted as she is. Can't do this. I got through the whole letter. To make matters worse, they have to help their parents run the family food truck by dressing dressing up as a dancing pig and passing out samples. Oh no, that's so mean to teens. Teens care so much about their appearances. Ugh. And their mom is always pointing out lessons from Filipino folklore, annoying tales they've heard again and again. But when witches, ogres, and other creatures from those same stories threaten their family, JJ and Althea realize that the folklore may be more real than they suspected. Can they embrace who they really are and save their family?
Hey.
Ooh, I hope it's yes.
Cryptid stuff.
Yeah, I love folklore.
Yeah.
And I love learning about other cultures' folklore because it is new to me.
Mm-hmm. We also have Superman, the Harvests of Youth.
Harvests youths?
Yeah.
Oh, Superman, no.
Superman is harvesting youths. Clark Kent's idyllic teen life is wrenched away when the death of a classmate rocks Smallville. As he and his friends grieve, the challenges they face become darker, more complex, and deeply insidious. Clark feels completely out of his depth when Smallville's latest threat proves that it takes more than fists and laser beams to save the day. For the first time in his life, Clark must grapple with life's biggest questions and confront his own mortality, or lack thereof, in order to become the hero his beloved town needs.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just like learning to be a teen and growing up and stuff.
But with laser eyes.
Yeah.
I think a lot of things can be solved with laser eyes. Laser beams.
Somebody save me.
Woo, Remy Zero.
Yeah. I believe this would be less CW,
Okay.
but still
It's probably a lot less smooching in there.
teen feels. Yeah.
CW is like crank up the smooches.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is everyone 30 who's playing 15-year-old? Yes, perfect.
I remember that season of Smallville where Lana was a witch, descendant from witches, and Jane Seymour was like the big bad witch lady, and Jensen Ackles was her son. That was like the year before Supernatural kicked off, and he was like,
I vaguely remember that.
yeah, and it was all about witches, and then they never mentioned witches again, I think, after that season. It was just like a season, literally a season of the witch. Thank you.
All right, we have One in a Million, a graphic memoir by Claire Lorden. Okay, show you the cover, and then it's got
The Frenchest of Flaps.
Ooh, the Frenchest of Flaps.
My goodness.
Whole page.
It's a whole ass flap.
It's just all flap. This book is all flap.
This book is all flap.
Okay, I'm so sorry. This is actually about someone's
It
serious
sure
illness.
is.
We are horrible people. All Claire wants is to return to her happy and athletic teenager self, but her accumulating symptoms, chronic fatigue, pounding headaches, weight gain, hint that there's something not right inside Claire's body. She's just not sure what it is, and neither are the doctors. Claire's high school experience becomes filled with MRIs, visits to the Mayo Clinic, misdiagnoses, and multiple surgeries to remove a brain tumor. But even in her most difficult moments battling chronic illness, Claire manages to find solace and comfort in her family, her closest friends, and her art. Claire Lorden's medical misfortunes may be one in a million, but so are her determination, grit, and passion to beat the odds and reclaim her life.
Yeah, that's very nice.
Yeah.
I'm really glad I resisted the urge to push the womp womp button.
Yeah, don't push the womp womp button.
No.
She lives in Vancouver.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, her dedication. For anyone feeling lost, misunderstood, or like a medical mystery. And for my 17-year-old self.
That's nice. Going from heavy subject to heavy subject, baby. We've got... How are we pronouncing this?
Toussaint. Louverture?
Toussaint Louverture.
Louverture.
the story of the only successful slave revolt in history. I learned about some of these on, what's it called? Cool People Who Did Cool Stuff.
Right.
The kind of like reverse Behind the Bastards that Margaret Killjoy does. Perhaps the greatest victory of the oppressed over their oppressors in all of history. The end of slavery started in was then San Domingo. In 1791, the enslaved people of the most prized French sugar plantation colony revolted against their masters. For over 12 years, against the backdrop of the French Revolution, they fought an epic black liberation struggle. I said libertarian struggle for control of the island. Theirs was the first and only successful slave revolution. It was the creation of Haiti as a nation and the first independent Black republic outside of Africa, and an international inspiration to the persecuted and enslaved. This is the impassioned and beautifully drawn story of the Haitian Revolution and its incredible leader, Toussaint Louverture.
Louverture. There's an R in there.
Indeed.
Got to work on your French.
Bonsoir.
We've got book 2 of Tilly Walden's Clementine.
It's still wild that Tilly Walden's doing Walking Dead stuff, but she brings all of her considerable storytelling skill to this series. If you don't even like The Walking Dead, it doesn't matter. It is just a teen really trying to find her way through an apocalypse, and it's trying to survive both the apocalypse stuff and just like existing as a teen in general.
Yeah. Looks like it will be a trilogy, so get ready for one more book.
Indeed.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah. More Tilly Walden is always a good thing.
Absolutely.
Oh, it's got pull quotes from Jen Wang, who did Prince and the Dressmaker, which made me cry. Deb J.J. Lee, creator of In Limbo, which she also had a pull quote, I think, on one of the wait. Oh, it's under my hand.
Oh,
yeah. Okay. Of In Limbo, which came out, I think, a few weeks back. That was a beautiful book.
So gorgeous.
Yeah, so that's cool. And some guy named Jeff Lemire.
I don't know who that is.
Lemire?
Speaking of Jeff Lemire, it's Phantom Road. The first collection of Jeff Lemire, Gabriel Walta, and Jordi Belaire's new series. They've also did Sentient that we have in store as well from TKO Press, which is really good.
I'll break your
sci-fi
heart.
survival story. My goodness. That's what he does. He just does that.
He just breaks your heart in a very Canadian way.
Yeah. Mad Max Fury Road meets the Sandman in this high-octane adventure wrapped in dark fantasy aesthetic. Dom is a long-haul truck driver attempting to stay ahead of his tragic past. When he stops one night to assist Birdie, who has been in a massive car crash, they pull an artifact from the wreckage that throws their lives into fifth gear. Suddenly, a typical midnight run has become a frantic journey through a surreal world where Dom and Birdie find themselves the quarry of strange and impossible monsters. It's grindhouse horror meets high-concept supernatural fantasy in the first volume of a bold new series from Jeff Lemire and Gabriel Hernandez Walta.
Next up, we have Heart Attack from Sean Kittleson and Eric Zawadski. Ooh, who worked on the Drakes?
He did.
Yeah. Oh, and House of L. Very different books.
Something to note about this volume. So there was some single issues that came out a while back. This has double that. So if you were reading Heart Attack and you're like, man, I wish that story had concluded. Well, it is. And it's going to be in this nice volume. Definitely kind of a YA story here.
Gene therapy has saved Americans from disease, only to give birth to variants.
That's us.
Us. We are the disease. People with powers so unique, the government denies their human rights. But a rebellion has begun. Charlie North is on the run from the police when he crosses paths with activist Jill Kearney. Instant attraction becomes mass destruction when they unlock powers neither knew they had. Now, the question isn't about how to use them, but how far they're willing to go to take down the system.
Ooh.
Boy, I hate how real that would be, because the government loves to remove human rights.
We love it, don't we, folks?
Still human rights. You don't need those, right?
Just a little bit.
They're rights, but they're like more of a suggestion. Human suggestions. Anyway.
Have you heard of the new children's slang, having a mentee be?
I have, but only from you.
Yeah, that had to be checked. To see if I wasn't falling into some millennial trap. Where they like point at you and be like, "You're washed."
What?
That's another term. Don't be washed, Danica.
Okay. What does that mean? You're scaring me. I'm so old.
Let this be a lesson to all of you. Don't be washed. Local man. Stray Dogs creator Tony Fleece teams up with Revival's Tim Seeley for a series that combines rural crime, noir, and superhero action. Once the star recruit of media sensation superhero team Third Gen, Jack Xavier, had it all because the 90s ass name. But when controversy sends Crossjack crawling back to his mom and dad's basement in the Midwest, Jack struggles to fit into a world that he left far behind. And then the bodies start piling up. So this is like a mix of, say, like a Coen Brothers thing, but by way of 90s superheroes.
Okay, like a little bit of Oak Hill Strike?
A little bit like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Except like, so in that one, the creation is like coming to life.
Well, it's like more meta.
Yeah, and this one is like he was part of this team.
Okay. Yep.
And the 90s trappings are like surrounding this, but it is sort of like like it says, rural crime noir. And they do a good job of mimicking sort of the 90s elements. It's kind of wild that way. They do. They have a lot of pouches.
Wow, we're out of books. That's
we
cool.
are.
You know what you should do? You should go to our website, variantedmonton.com, and just look at the books we have in stock and then order them so that we'll have more room for more books.
Room for more books. A bunch of stuff got added to Bargain.
Yes.
We've got a bunch of really cool stuff, including Sean Howe's Marvel the Untold story in softcover. If you haven't read that and you really want to know about like
we mentioned it a while back and you ended up ordering. That's great.
I saw it and I was just like, man, I keep talking about this book to people in store. It'd be really great to be like, and hey, you can get a copy yourself. You can
get this in softcover.
Exactly. In blue.
Ooh, in blue.
Yeah.
See?
It is outstanding. Extremely well balanced. I like that it sort of takes events that happened and gives a whole bunch of different viewpoints in it. Confirmed to me that John Byrne is still a huge dick. Yeah.
Some people never
good
change.
Times. And that's from his own quotes. It's not people talking about him. No. It's John Byrne talking about him.
Yeah, it's on the website now, Sean. The
softcover.
I'm very excited. You should also look at all the comics reference and history that we have, because a lot of things you see behind us, we have in store.
We sure do.
They're not all here in Brandon's collection.
Yeah. All right, folks. That's going to bring us almost to an end.
Yes, it is.
Ooh. Good times.
Oh boy.
Oh, are we looking for a specific so not a thing from the book itself. At least I don't think it's in the book itself. but John Byrne is kind of famous for, if you bring him a comic that is a reprint, whether it be a collected edition or a reprinted issue, he'll take a stamp of his signature and go ka-chunka, reprinted signature for a reprinted book. Just a keen dude.
Like, you're not going to sell a facsimile on eBay. So, like, what does he think? People are going to try to sell that? That's stupid.
Yeah.
It's for them to keep.
Exactly. I remember when the man who killed Frank Frazetta talked about seeing John Byrne drowned in Calgary.
Oh, yeah. Okay. We were all there. We all remember that happening.
Folks, one of these days I might do like a long thing here about the man who killed Frank Frazetta.
I think that'll have to be its own show.
Just
like a weird special one-off.
A fascinating human being who would come into my old work and tell me just wild stories of comic book things that never happened, didn't happen. And yeah, there was one time where when the flooding was happening in Calgary quite a few years ago, he was just basically like, yeah, so I was walking around, and seeing John Byrne there, and the water's coming real fast, and
oh no,
it just swept him away. Yeah,
he was just standing there in Calgary for a reason. Well,
no, he used to be from Calgary, but he has long since not lived there.
Okay. Just, like, I'm sorry, I'm just seeing this, like, he's, like, got his hands in his pockets, like, whistling down this little path, and then this, like, wave comes up and just grabs.
Sweeps him away.
Yeah, like, ah! It's like the flooding equivalent of the vaudeville cane.
Yeah. The man who killed Frank Frazetta is an absolutely fascinating character. I should gather up all of the tweets that I did, because I did find them all at one point in time. And maybe do a little feature online, then I'll talk about it on the show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's bring this back, baby. It's that time of night where we look out and see all you wonderful people and say thank you for being here. We hope that you know that we are here for you too. Looking out, we're seeing Sean. Hello, Sean.
Hi, Kate.
Yeah. We're seeing Ben. Hi, Ben. We're seeing the one and only Foley. And you can too. This week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
What?
Saturday.
What?
Sunday.
What?
All the hours except for the last half hours on Wednesday and Thursday. Those hours are 11 to 7.
No, on Thursday, no.
Oh, yeah, he's there.
Stay till 7 on
You're
Thursday.
There on Thursday. Never mind.
Please.
We're gone.
Yeah, we're in Jasper by 7 p.m.
So yeah,
on
just
Thursday.
like, oh, Andrew, that's a lot of work. Thank you.
We will be making you take days off next week. I'm saying this publicly, so you have to do it. Ding.
Ding. At least one. Those hours are Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 11 to 7. Saturday, Sunday, 11 till 5. Yeah. Yes. Do. I'm seeing Mike. Hello, Mike. And I'm seeing Jason. Hi, Jason. And maybe one day soon, I will once again see the man who killed Frank Frazetta, but not today.
Not today.
That's another day.
That's good, because this is our home. That'd be weird.
Yeah.
All right. Everybody, we'll see you tomorrow and then not see you for a week. Bye.
Love you all. Bye.